the cuff, yeah. Off the cuff, yeah. It's off the cuff, 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 yeah. It's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, yeah.
This is God ordained. Get in position, cause we on a mission, fulfilling this vision, releasing contention, in this God we praise. The one who keeps us from falling, receiving this faultless. Ooh, that man is awesome. You see, it's every day we celebrate. Right now it's time for us to elevate. So get your hands up, cause Hosanna's great. And see, they call it off the cuff because we tailor-made.
Off the cuff, yeah. Off the cuff, yeah.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Off the Cuff,
Off the Heezy,
also known as OTC University.
You know what it is.
First of all, let me welcome those of you listening for the very first time. We know that we are acquiring new listeners every week. So with that being said, I'm Bobby. Psych. No, I'm not. I'm Big E. Bobby ain't here today.
Bobby ain't here. He has some bowel issues.
So I'm Big E. And say hello to the people who chat.
What's good? What's good?
All right. Big up to those of you that have been listening to the show faithfully every week.
No doubt.
We appreciate you hanging out with us, leaving us messages on the blog, spreading the word about the show. Now, if you haven't checked the show out, our new website yet, our new website and everything, go ahead and check it out at www.menoffthecuff.com.
Off the cuff.
That's one word, y'all. Now,
Yeah.
if you would like to leave us a blog, you can also click on the link from our website and go to the www.menoffthecuff.blogspot.com. Again, that's www.menoffthecuff.blogspot.com. All right, it's real user-friendly, so check it out and tell us what you think about tonight's show.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Right.
Now, with that being said, I just want to get out there and let you all know, you've been asking about some community events,
Right.
things of that type of nature. So we're gonna do one for you.
Uh-huh.
We got a community event coming up, and it's just mark your calendars right now on August 25th. 2012, we're going to be down at the Spirit of Faith Christian Center. Now, they have 3 locations, so make sure you come to the right one.
Right.
All right, get your pens together. I'm going to pause for a second. All right, that's one. The address is 2261 Oxen Run Drive. That's Temple Hills, Maryland, 20748. I'm going to repeat myself again. 2261 Oxen Run Drive, Temple Hills, Maryland, 20748. All right, so did all of you all get that? That's this Saturday coming up. Don't miss it. You want to be down there at the community event, have a good time, bring your family and everything. You want to be there at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock sharp.
All right, we're going to be there from 10 to 5.
It's going down.
So y'all can come down there and meet the men of Off the Cuff. Talk to us, take some pictures with us, do some things. Let us know what your thoughts are.
That's right.
And have a good time and some good Christian fellowship too while you're down there. You know what I'm saying? Get your eats on. I'm sure for you all that like pork, it's gonna be some links down there. And for those of you who don't like pork, some of my Muslim brothers, assalamu alaikum. Y'all come on down there too. It's gonna be some bean pies down there, John. We're gonna get it in.
And if there's no bean pies, bring some with you.
Yeah, please. And find me because I would like to have some. Okay? Yeah. That's what's up. All right, now all that being said too, let me just go back and have a little sidebar real quick. Or whatever. What we want to do now is just get into tonight's topic.
Right.
Okay.
Just like a little refresher, what we talked about last week's show. Our topic tonight is you and the battle within. All right, we talked about the self-esteem thing on the last show, and let me tell y'all something. Y'all blew that blog up talking about that.
Yeah, you did.
That was a powerful show last week. We appreciate y'all comments on the blog because we see that that particular topic touched a lot of people. You know, a lot of people was affected by it, so we
Needed to hear it,
that.
man. We needed to hear that.
Last week's show, if you know, we did a little survey thing, you know, from
Right.
1 to 16, you know. You can write down different things, questions that we asked as far as self-esteem is concerned. So if you want to go back and listen to last week's show, you can do that so you can take that test, and it'll show you where you are as far as your self-esteem.
Because some people
is
don't even really
concerned.
realize, you know, that they have low self-esteem,
Right.
or if their self-esteem is off the charts.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? Because some of
right.
us lie to ourselves.
Right.
You know, and don't realize where it's at. But, you know,
Right.
we are going to be taking some calls tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So callers, whenever you call in, definitely state your name, where you're calling from, and make sure that your device that you're listening to the show on is turned down, you know, so we don't get all that feedback and everything.
Right.
Let me go ahead and give out that number, too, while we're here. So let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? You got your pen? All right, the number is 240-949-CUFF. 240-949-CUFF or 240-949-2833.
Right.
And that's not handcuffs because we ain't with that. Nothing against the popo that's listening,
right.
but that's not what it's about.
Uh-huh.
That's not what it's about at all. We just gonna keep this thing on and crack-a-lacking
Right,
and have a
right.
good time up in here tonight and finish this topic up that was so hot last week. Because you know we told you, hey, we're gonna come back at you with part 2 of this self-esteem issue and make some things happen.
Right. Now, to everyone that is listening to the sound of my voice, the goal tonight is for everybody who is listening to this show to have high self-esteem or on their way to it after the show tonight.
Right.
So what does high self-esteem look like? Well, it's the opposite of low self-esteem, you know. Chad,
Right.
we just sort of talked about it, you know. You know, if you're an individual with high self-esteem, then you're happy, you know, you're confident, you're highly motivational,
Yeah.
you know, you have the right attitude to succeed.
Right.
And having high self-esteem, it just allows you to live to your potential, you know. You're more likely to take challenges head on, you know, than someone who has low self-esteem.
And people with high self-esteem tend to be a little bit more accountable to themselves, too.
Right.
You know, because you can keep it real with yourself. You know, if you,
Right.
you don't have low self-esteem, you don't
Right.
have to lie to yourself in order to try and create, you know, a false world.
Right, a
You know
fairy
what I'm
tale
saying?
type
Yeah,
of
you
world.
know, you're living in that
Right.
dream world.
Right, and that high self-esteem, it just helps you face adversity, you know,
Yeah.
head on. You know, you're not running away from it. Having high self-esteem can have a direct bearing on your happiness and your well-being.
Right.
Low self-esteem will destroy you. It can destroy you. You know?
And it'll hold back. It'll keep you from doing the things that you want to do because
Right.
you're scared of taking any risk.
Right.
You know, if you got some
right.
high self-esteem, you willing to step out there. You really ready to step out the boat.
Right.
You know, exercise your faith on some
Right.
things. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is gonna make a lot of difference. That you know what I'm saying. Whenever you're trying to just move forward in life,
Right,
just be
right.
progressive.
And it's because you don't care what people think.
Right.
When your self-esteem is high, you know, you don't care what people think about you. You don't care what people look at you. You know, yeah, I'm 30 pounds overweight, but I still got it going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't matter. Nothing.
You fat, but you got it going on. Your mindset is right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It don't matter. You know, I tell people any day, man. I see. You know, I see heavy women all the time. I was just thinking about this the other day, right? I see heavy women all the time because, you know, America is, you know, the obesity rate is off the chart.
It's full of chunky but funky.
Right. But, I mean, I also see some heavy women that are just, to me, just drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah, big sexy.
Big,
I like to call them
big
big
sexy. They got it going on.
Yeah.
And it's because their sex appeal is just off the chart. You know, it's like...
And that's a mindset. That's
Right,
that
it's-
confidence level
exactly,
from that self-esteem thing.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a mindset. So to me, you know, that weight thing, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, you want to look at it from a health standpoint.
Right.
But don't let that drag you down because you 250.
Right.
You know, and you 5'2".
Right.
Okay. Don't let that drag you down because I always say this. I don't care how big you are. You just keep yourself up. You're gonna be fine.
Keep yourself up.
Right.
But if you can't walk and your legs rubbing together down to your ankles, you understand what I'm saying? No, real talk. Real talk. We talking right here. Can we try and talk to you for a minute? America. America, can I talk to you for a minute? If your legs rubbing together all the way down to your ankles is not personal, okay? But keep walking. That's not healthy.
Yeah.
And I don't care. They ain't nothing big sexy about it. You know, Rasputia thought she was sexy, but she should have put on something different.
She did. She was sexy to herself, though.
Yeah, she was sexy to herself. Did you see that jump? What was that? Norbit?
Yeah, Norbit. Right.
Hey, I'm running. If you come out and I can't see you got on a bikini player, I got to be up out of there. Okay, that's scary.
That's my movie, though, right there.
Yeah.
Hey, you just gotta, set some goals, some personal goals, and everything for yourself. That this self-esteem thing can hurt you. But you're gonna be all right after this show. You're gonna be all right.
You're gonna be all right.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have a group hug for everybody.
Right.
Now, as I was saying, let's sidebar for a minute. Big E, I just want to talk to my ladies out here about this and how low and high self-esteem, affects them, especially when it comes down to relationships, man. I think that's a big deal. A lot of times, let's deal with the low self-esteem issue first.
Let's hit it.
And how that affects them with relationships. When you talk somebody with a low self-esteem, they're gonna be, dealing probably with a married man, or they content with just being the other woman, or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's because you at a point where you desperate. You feel like you really can't get a good man, and you see somebody married to a good man, and because your self-esteem in the gutter, you want what they got. Because you say you think that you messed up. So I want to try to get what they got because I can't get it out of here. So I'm gonna try to grab that. And it's a self-esteem thing. Or you satisfied with being the other woman. You just gonna allow it to happen. And it's crazy because even the Bible says that in the last days that women are going to be willing to share men. Mm-hmm. They don't even care. This self-esteem thing, we gotta.
If you're gonna share them, let's everybody be there at the same time. You ain't got to be, a whole bunch of craziness. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, at least it's all on Front Street. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying.
But that's what low self-esteem, do for you. Make you just share and make you compromise, and put yourself in that position. That's a bad thing right there. So
what I don't want them to do, because of that low self-esteem, which a lot of women do, they stay with these brothers that's like beating on them and stuff.
Come on, man. What?
You know what I'm saying? And it's never a situation, ladies, where that man needs to be laying his hand on you. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't go running up in his face, calling him all kind of names, barking at him.
Right.
If that brother trying to walk off, let him walk off.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Let him walk off. Don't be up there, nah, and calling him all kind of, this and that and everything, trying to provoke a brother to wrath. You know what I'm saying? Just let him go ahead and walk off. But at the same time, if you got one of them little chump cats, you know what I'm saying, that just don't want to do nothing but lay his hand on you every time he get a chance, you know what I'm saying, you got to come up out of that situation. You deserve better than that.
Right. You got to get up out of that situation. You can't stay there and let somebody put their hands on you. First of all, a man who puts his hand on his woman, he's a punk.
He is a punk.
I said it. You a punk.
Yeah, you a gump.
You weak.
A gumpnik.
Right. You a sissy. That's what you are. If you're going to put your hands on another
all
woman.
Day,
yes,
every day.
I said it. Come
and if you don't like it, come show up. We got you over here. Player.
Right, Chad, big 6'6" Chad. Come on now.
And come over here and get some.
Right.
Ain't no easy win. I'll tell you that right now.
No,
come over here if you want to.
And women don't allow that to happen.
I tell you where the studio at.
Don't allow that to happen, women. You know what I'm saying?
Furniture move.
You in that situation, get out of the situation. Okay? And I know sometimes it's hard for some of y'all because y'all sharing rent or whatever, the case may be, and you want to break out of it, but it's hard. But you got to do something because it's a life or death situation right now. From a man put his hands.
Why would you allow it?
Right.
Why would you even allow it?
Shouldn't even allow it.
As a woman, you know what I'm saying? You're a beautiful queen.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You deserve to be treated as such. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to don't go out there because you're feeling bad about yourself and feel like you gotta sell your body for some money or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, get your education thing on, start a business. There's a whole lot of things you can do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Besides resorting to that. You know what I'm saying? Now don't get me wrong. We all gotta do what we gotta do. I'm gonna say that first and foremost. But don't let it be a self-esteem issue because you're feeling lower than what you should about yourself.
Right. Because you do have some women out there. We keeping it 100, right?
Oh,
we got some women out there who who've been in that lifestyle for so long, you know, as far as selling their bodies for money. They've been in that lifestyle for so long. That's all they know. That's it. That's their income.
Get
that's
in
how
church
they
or
make
get
their
with some of
living.
your girlfriends,
You know?
talk to them about it. You
Right.
know, sometimes you just got to speak on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're fighting with too much in your head. If you
Right.
don't talk it out, you know what I'm saying? It'll bring you down.
Right, and you just gotta like we talking about, get out of that situation. That's what you have to do. But it starts with the mind. You got to change in that mind. You know, that's it right there. You got women out there also with low self-esteem, where it's like they'll allow themselves to be cheated on over and over again.
Yeah.
You know he cheating.
Right.
You know he running out.
Right.
And you still like, well, you know, he okay, he loves me. No, he ain't love you if he cheating on you constantly. And he comes back and say, I'm sorry. And then he goes back and cheat again and come back and say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And he cheat again and come back and say, I'm sorry again.
First off, that ain't safe, player. For
Sure
real.
ain't.
You know what I'm
Goddamn
saying?
right.
Because he out there running like that, you know, folks is dropping dead out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. I mean, you know, if he over and over just going out here and getting his swerve on and then coming back to you, you got to start thinking from a life perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Self-esteem sometimes allows women to be disrespected and taken granted for as well. You know, and a lot of women out here like that. Sometimes they in a situation, you know, where, you know, they got their own spot and everything. You got some dude living up in there, you know, he ain't working,
Freeloading.
he ain't paying nothing. Right.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't no grown man live for free.
Come on now. That's right.
I don't care where
Right.
you don't
Nah.
no grown man
Nah.
live for free. If that brother just sitting up there, laying up on your couch, you getting up,
Right.
going to work in the morning, then come back, and he got chips everywhere because he done been sitting there eating all day, playing Xbox.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got to raise up.
You got to raise up.
Okay?
Yep. And you can't be afraid
Yeah.
to tell him to get out. You know?
Because the magic stick ain't all that. Better pay a bill.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Pay a bill, you know, walk in the house and then click, 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 click. What's
Right.
that, player? Lights. Nick.
Lights out. you got it. So you got women, you got to do what you got to do. Because, you know, you can't be taken, you know, for granted like that. And there's a lot of brothers out here that will take you for granted.
Yeah, and y'all busters.
Will take you for granted.
That's what we used to call you. Bust. You a buster.
And they'll take you
You
for
a
granted.
mark.
Because they feel like you desperate, you know. So that's why they'll take you for granted. And they'll talk to you any kind of way. And let me say this. There is physical abuse and then there is verbal abuse. And I understand verbal abuse because I had to go through verbal abuse one time. That mental abuse.
Uh-oh.
Which sometimes
Let me
makes
grab this box of Kleenex. Here you go. You getting ready to go in on it.
Let me tell you something. Mental abuse can have you locked up longer than verbal abuse in your mind.
Yeah.
Because of words. Words have the power to destroy you.
And that'll really bring you down as far as your self-esteem
Break
and
you
that mental
down,
abuse,
Joe.
man.
Break you down.
Yeah.
You know, all a woman need is one time for a man, even if she is heavy, for a man to say, "You fat, get away from me."
Right.
And it cuts women. You
Yeah.
know,
It cuts deep, you
It
know.
cuts deep. You know, and
Yeah.
it stays with them for a long time. And sometimes they feel like they can't really, you know, get out of that thing. You know, but you gotta, you know, you gotta rise above that. You know, you gotta say, "Hey, you know, I know who I am. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made."
Fearfully and wonderfully
Come
made.
on now. So, you know, I'm not
You
going to
is
let
smart. You is important.
That's right.
That's what we told you last week.
That's
You better,
what we told you that.
you better
We
listen
said
to it. Better go get the help. If it was good enough for them little babies that they was raising up,
Right.
it's good enough
That's
for
right.
you.
That's right. So we're gonna step it up. So that's your low self-esteem.
Yeah, because
thing,
some
you
cats
know.
don't even want you to go out with your friends,
Yeah,
want you
come on,
checking
man.
in
Right,
all the time
right,
and
right.
everything. Now, if you rolling scandalous,
Right.
then that is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, y'all should be secure enough with yourselves
Right.
and with one another that that's okay.
Right. You gotta
You know what
be
I'm
checking
saying?
up on it. Where
Yeah,
you going?
yeah.
Just going to
I
the
would want
bathroom.
my lady to go and, you know, hang out with her friends sometimes. You don't need to be all up in the arm all the time.
Right.
I might not feel like washing up under there that day. I don't know.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm
That's
just
the
saying.
truth. That's the truth, though. That's the truth, though. And even with me and my wife, you know, we love each other to death. But sometimes I gotta, hey, go out with your friends. You know, push her out the house.
Yeah.
And she do the same thing to me. It's because we're not insecure with our relationship. You know.
Right.
Thing about it is, trusting somebody, it's a choice. You choose to trust somebody.
Exactly.
It's a choice.
Exactly.
If I wanted to, I could think that she's cheating.
All day.
If I wanted to.
And really, even if something went down that caused you to lose trust with a person, if you continue to deal with them, you still have to choose to trust them.
Right.
Because if you're living in that situation,
come on,
as far as what had happened or whatever, you'll never progress.
You'll never progress.
Your relationship will never progress.
Right.
At some point you got to pass it. But let's deal with this high self-esteem thing too. Because some people don't understand. They like high self-esteem. How can your self-esteem be too high? How can it be too high? This is how it can be too high. If your high self-esteem is too high, you might be sitting there just waiting for this right man to come along or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you might wait for him, the right man that's going to treat you right.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to cause you to do that. You know what I'm saying? And you should have. You should wait.
Right.
You should wait.
Right.
Now, granted, if you're not anywhere where he gonna meet you, then it might take a little bit longer.
Right.
So that's when you got to get your flesh in check. Right at that time.
And women are always saying, ain't no good men out here, ain't no good men out here. Listen. I hear you. And partially, okay, I'm saying it again, partially I agree with you. I understand. Not that there aren't any good men out here. It's just that they're scarce. The picking is scarce. Yeah. It's because they either in jail, where you can't really get to them, or they just don't want you. Or they don't want any woman for that matter.
And that's scary because you don't want a woman. What do you want? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And you need to leave that brother alone anyway.
Right.
Because he ain't right.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta take your time, but that right man is out there for you. But you gotta remember this too now. A friend of mine told me a long time ago, when we was talking in reference to this subject, he said women have to, since women are not to be the aggressors when going after a man. We shouldn't be. Women shouldn't be going after a man and chasing them down and hunting them down. That's the man. We're the hunters. All right. So a woman's job is just to fast and pray and circulate, which means you got to put yourself in a position to be seen by men, which means you can't sit up in the house all day, never go anywhere, never do anything, never go to certain spots to put yourself in a position, to even meet a man. You just always complaining, ain't no good men out here, but you never fix yourself up.
Because he's not just going to come to your door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And every time you step out the house, have some pride about yourself. I want to just admit, I know this is a little sidebar, but for you females that keep running to the 7-Eleven, depending on what part of the country you're in, Circle K, whatever it is, and you got your head wrapped up with some hair rollers or them little twisty things in your head. You got on some pajamas and some flip-flops. Y'all make me sick. Straight up. If you got to look like that, then you need to pick up what you need to pick up before you ever get back home. Don't come out like that. I can't stand that, man. I can't stand. I know sometimes you have to rush, and I'm not saying don't throw on some sweatpants and a T-shirt and run out and grab something, but take them hair rolls off your head. Take that do-rag off your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you never know who you're going to run into when you get outside.
Right.
You always got to be presentable. I even tell my daughters, when you step out of that house, make sure you're together because you don't know who you're going to run into.
Right.
And then you be sitting there looking embarrassed and stupid because you're like, oh my God, he's something like this, you running and ducking and hiding. No! You came out the house like that, go ahead.
And I was at the 7-Eleven not too long ago, man, like probably about a week ago or whatever, and it was late. You know what I'm saying? I just went up to the 7-Eleven, get me a little beverage or something, And I'm sitting in there, and I see this nice looking female come in, but she was just what I was just talking about. She was nice looking, but she just let us look like she just came out like whatever. And I saw her little knucklehead dude sitting out in the vehicle or whatever. Now he let her get out the car. Even if she was gonna drive, I'm getting out.
Right.
And I'm gonna go in there and get what it is that you trying to get.
Right.
Okay. She in the line though. Now if she had been single, she'd have been hurt. She had been in the line burping, breaking wind, and everything. You know what I'm saying? Before I knew it, I was like, this heifer right here, is just nasty all around. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I had Gatorade. I just put my Gatorade down and left, play. I was like, I'm not trying to stay here. She done let out something toxic, and they're just looking around at everybody else like they did it. Like we heard it come out your rectum. You know what I'm saying? You're nasty. And I'm not saying it's a natural function, but she ain't have to come in there and do it like that.
Not in the 7-Eleven.
Not in the 7-Eleven.
Oh,
You
Chad,
nasty, stank.
But I'm gonna tell you this right here though. You know how women say it's not a lot of good men out here. Well, one thing about a man, you know, man, sometimes we a lot of times we cross the borders. You know what I'm saying? We'll find us a Spanish chick, because I do like some Spanish chicks, I must admit. Okay. We'll find a little Spanish chick. Sometimes we'll hit the the Snow White, whatever. You know, we'll go across seas. You know,
okay.
You
like the Orient. You go to the Orient, get you a geisha.
Men will do that. Okay. So it's like the market is open for us. Okay. For women, the pickings are slim. So I heard somebody say one day that maybe women should start, black women in particular, should start to explore.
Don't do it!
Should start to explore their options on the outside, okay, and check out maybe a Caucasian, if he's maybe a good man,
Look, a bad man is a bad man, period.
Right, it's a bad man, period, So I just gonna be like that.
I don't know. My hand, I got this twitch right now.
I said,
there's a such thing as physical Tourette's.
I gotta keep it 100 because there are some good men out here in other nationalities. That if that's what you're attracted to, if they're gonna treat you good and you're gonna have love in your relationship, if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Now I understand black power. Believe me, I'm black until I die. Okay?
Until I die. But if you want you some pink meat, you saying go get it, right? That's what you're saying.
If that's what you want, women, if that's what's gonna make you happy, you're gonna be in a happy relationship, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? We gotta call.
Okay, we gotta call. We gotta call.
This is Bobby, man. Don't be talking about no call. What's going on? Don't be you in the first place.
Who's that, Bobby?
And we got Bobby on the main line.
Oh yeah. Y'all thought y'all gonna lock me out, but y'all was talking about something new right here, boy.
What's up, baby boy Bobby?
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I gotta throw a question out to the crew, man.
What's up?
Okay, so y'all talking about us, sister might have to go outside, they race and find them something else on the other side, right?
Eric's talking about that.
But here's the deal, though. If they don't love themselves, what good they gonna do when they go out and find somebody else on the other side?
Exactly. Say it again, Bobby. Say it again.
Nah, Bobby, that's not what we're talking about. Get off the phone, Bobby, because you should have been here.
See, this is what I'm trying to say. If the sister goes to the store and she got on rollers and sweats, she got some high self-esteem.
How's
You
that?
feel what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't know what you're saying, Bobby. Nah, she ain't got high self-esteem. She was too lazy to get herself together.
Hey, she confident that her game is right. So, hey, if that's what she do, that's what she do.
Yeah, she was confident when she was breaking wind in that line. That's what she was confident doing.
Hey, and the other thing, man, is, if we can get sisters to love themselves before they go out trying to love somebody else.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's with everybody. That's male or female. We gotta love ourselves, be happy with ourselves, and things of that nature before we can love anybody else.
Because the deal is that if you love yourself, then you won't go out looking like Rasputia on a Friday night.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
We got you, Big Bobby.
But Rasputia said she was big chocolate sexy.
Exactly. And I want to throw something else at you guys too, man, because I think that some sisters are struggling with forgiving themselves for past issues, so they don't get a chance to build their self-esteem.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Right.
Because what's happening is, especially our black sisters, man, there's some women out there that's got one baby, they may have two, and they made some bad choices. So they feel like that they don't qualify to be with nobody.
Right.
And what we got to tell them sisters out there is, it's time out for that kind of mentality.
Right.
You feel me? It's time out for that, man.
So
They
what
gotta
you're saying is just forgive yourself and let it go.
There you go.
You got to forgive yourself and let it go. I feel you, Bobby. That's what's up. Because we also was talking about this high self-esteem thing, and high self-esteem, is going to allow you to, wait for the man who loves God.
That's right. That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yes,
That's what's
yes,
important. You
yes.
got to wait for that man that loves God, that fears God. Because at the end of the day, when when those trials and tribulations come down, that's what you want. At the end of the day, that's going to be that brother that's going to share that agape love
Right.
with you and shower you with that love that you want.
And you're also going to wait for a man with goals and dreams and some type of work ethic. Not some lazy, shiftless man just laid up, don't want to do anything.
Laid up, don't
You know
want
what
to
I'm
do
saying?
anything.
But high self-esteem will make you wait for that particular
Because I
man.
work
Your new
I don't know.
mail is in. Your new mail is in.
We got some mail. We got some mail coming
All
in.
right. We
Okay.
got a little OTC mailbox question.
Mailbox question.
You know what time that is, fellas?
Let's
You
read
know what
it.
time it is, Eric, right?
Let's read it.
OTC mailbox time. Now the question tonight comes from Juanita Wynn out of Portsmouth, Virginia.
Okay.
And her question is: recently, Marvin Sapp was interviewed on the Steve Harvey Morning Show about dating, and he said that most Christian women are rushing to get married, and when he runs into this type of woman, he ends the dating process.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
that's serious right there.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a Christian, and she says, now if you're a Christian man, why aren't you rushing to get married if you're dating?
Okay.
You want to touch all over the woman, kiss, hug, grind, and whatever else without counting up the cost when all a woman wants to do is get it right in the sight of God. Okay? Why aren't you as a Christian man trying to do the same thing? Well, Juanita Wynn from Portsmouth, Virginia. So glad you sent this little question into the OTC mailbox. Now we're going to give you the off-the-cuff university answer to that question.
Right.
Some of it you might like, some of it you might not. But at the end of the day, group hugs for everybody.
Right.
Group hugs. You want to hit that first? You want me to jump on in?
Go ahead, jump in, Chad. We'll jump in.
All right, now this is what I'm gonna say to you, Juanita. Now I agree that as a Christian man or a man, period, your main objective should be trying to wed this woman, because the Bible says a man to find a wife finds a good thing.
Right.
So I believe that 100% 100. But all y'all ain't a good thing. Let's just call it what it is. Okay? Some of y'all got some issues
Right.
that you need to get straight. And some of it has a lot to do with this self-esteem thing as well. You know what I'm saying? So you got to work through some things. And sometimes that dude might be a little slow on the draw, because either he loves you and he wants it, but he might be trying to wait on you to come around and correct some things in your life or within yourself, because he can't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like you can't fix him, he can't fix you. Now, you don't have to allow this Christian brother, or any brother for that matter, to be hugging, kissing, and grinding on you and things of that nature. But let's face it, he ain't holler at you for no reason. You had something that attracted him.
Right.
And there was something about him that attracted you. You know what I'm saying? Now, the real talk is, we all, even if we don't verbalize it, bumping and grinding is in the back of your mind. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We all got 12 play on an old CD or something from R. Kelly back in the day. So I mean, let's keep it real, Juanita. Now, if that brother in the church that you might be speaking of, if he's coming at you a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes brothers that know a little bit better, they're gonna be held at a higher standard than those who don't know any better or things of that nature. But every situation is an individual situation, and you have to decide what it is that you want for you in your life, and then you have to hold the line yourself. Because he can't do what you don't let him do.
That's right.
He ain't bumping and grinding with you, Juanita. If you don't let him bump and grind.
We don't know if it's her. She just asked the question.
I'm just talking to her. You know what I'm saying? I got to talk to you, Juanita. You don't mind if I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you? You don't mind if I talk to you for a minute?
The fact of the matter is, this is true. This right here. A woman sort of rushing a man into marriage or asking about marriage off the break.
It's a mistake.
It scares a man to death. First of all, sometimes it makes women seem desperate, because I'm like, you ain't even really getting to know me yet. You want this marriage thing. You can't just jump into a marriage conversation like that, and you don't even know the person that well, And even in the case of Marvin Sapp, all they see is Marvin Sapp out there in the limelight. the preacher or the singer. You don't know what he like behind the scenes or what's going on at home.
Right.
You know, so you got to learn the person. You got to see how they act when they get mad. You got to see, how they respond to certain things before you can even talk about marriage, because you can actually put your foot in your mouth.
That's right.
By rushing them to get married, and then
marry a killer.
Right. A year down the line, you get to walk down the aisle. Now you got regrets while you walking down the aisle.
Right.
You being told to yourself, are you sure you want to do this?
I'm glad you said that, because I don't subscribe to that, cold feet at the altar and all that other kind of stuff.
Right.
I think if I'm getting ready to go down the aisle and get married, I better be excited the whole time. I better be looking at my future wife coming down the aisle. So man, I can't wait for this ceremony to be over. I'm trying to skip the reception because she's looking hot like fire right now.
So what you got to do as a woman in that situation? First of all, don't even let a man touch you. Back up from the whole physical part of the relationship, period. Nothing. Say, keep your hands off me, don't touch me. That'll really let you know how much that dude loves you, if he really wants you.
But they got to get to that point.
Yeah, you got to get to that point. But see, if you got low self-esteem, you're going to let him touch over you. You're going to let him touch on you because you don't think that highly of your own self. So it's like, here, touch me. Do what you want.
I'm going to touch you. I mean, because everybody need a hug.
I ain't talking about
That's all I'm saying.
I ain't talking about like a hug or something like that. I'm talking about like, you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We got preschool listeners. So I don't know something.
Okay, well, go to bed. This is Men Off the Cuff.
You don't want him touching on your body parts and different things like that, because it's like you giving him the green light. You giving him the milk. Because you know what touching turns into anyway.
What it turn into?
It turns into sex. Okay? Straight up sex.
All right.
And
I just want to see if
you're going to go right in. I don't care how much you in church, how much you not in church. A man is a man. Okay? I don't have how much you pray, how much you fast, how much you talk to God. A man is a man.
Yes,
all right? If you put it out there, he going to grab it.
He going to grab it.
That's the bottom line.
Reach out and touch. That's what's going to happen.
That's what's going to happen, So
sing that hymnal.
You as a woman, show him, say, hey, no, you ain't touching me. No, that's about keep your hands off me. I don't know you that well. We dating and everything like that, but that ain't even on my mind. I need to get to know you first.
Now, in order to do that, you're going to have to be meeting him wherever y'all going, so y'all leave in separate vehicles and things of that nature, I had a female do me like that before, though. She said, I'm going to meet you, and then we parted or whatever, and or what? I was a little irritated though.
Of course you was irritated.
I was a little irritated by it.
What man isn't irritated? Because you know what you're trying to get. You know what you want. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be a little irritated by it, but, it's
But
cool.
sometimes you do have to make people wait, because that way that's going to keep down some of the problems that you might have in a relationship. Allow somebody to get to know you a little bit first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Allow them to get to know you a little bit, find out what you're about. You get to find out a little bit more about what they're about, too.
And a man just may be scared of marriage. And if he's scared of marriage, don't marry him. Don't. If he's scared of it, that means he got some reservations or some hidden stuff. So, hey, back up from it. You understand? I hope we answered your question.
Did that answer your question? Juanita, when? Now, callers, if y'all want to go ahead and call in, y'all can still go ahead and call in, to Men Off the Cuff at 240-949-2833. That's 240-949-2833. We want to hear what you got to say. Juanita, we appreciate you giving us a call. Shooting us a little email onto our little site so we can, answer that question for you. Hope it was beneficial. Hope I ain't pissed you off too much. Mad love all day from Men Off the Cuff. Group hugs.
Yeah, right.
Can you feel it?
All right. Check it out. Let's hit some solutions to this thing, man.
Yeah, let's hit that.
You know the guy. I think his name was Robert Wagner. He was the actor that played on Heart to Heart. Yeah, at Robert Wagner. I think that's the guy.
Yeah, Robert Wagner. Yeah, with Stephanie Powers back in the day. Yeah.
Right. But he was asked a question by Larry King during a CNN interview. I think it was back in like 2002.
Okay.
And the question they asked him was, what is the most important thing for a person starting out on the road to success, right? And his response was, I would tell them the most important thing is to work on their self-esteem. He said that's the best advice I can give them, So I know you're ready to hear how you can build your self-esteem. Because self-esteem
And
is
Larry
important.
King had to have high self-esteem because that was a funny looking rascal.
Wasn't he funny?
For real, he like a cartoon character for real. He had this big old head.
He always talk about somebody. Man.
I'm just saying, Larry King was a funny looking dude. I don't know if you saw him real life. I saw him in person. I was like, this dude looked like a pencil with an eraser on it. One of them extra erasers that you put on the top of it.
Larry King, he's sorry.
I ain't sorry, Larry. I don't know. I used to see Larry down at he used to go down to the little gang plank and we eating at a little spot that was downtown or whatever. I used to see him down there. His self-esteem was too high though. He thought more of himself than he should have.
Oh, so he just was arrogant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We ain't talking. When we say high self-esteem, y'all, we ain't talking about arrogance. Okay.
Right.
Pride coming before the fall. We ain't talking about arrogant people. All right. But check this out. We're gonna dive into some solutions.
Let's talk about that.
Your self-esteem. Now, as I told y'all on the last show, I had bad self-esteem for a number of years. You know, and to the point where I felt like taking my life twice. You know. Just down on myself. I hate the way I looked. I hated the way I felt. I hated what I was going through. I felt like I was trapped in a situation, you know, and I just couldn't get out of it.
Trapped in a short man's body. It was frustrating you. I'm just asking the question. You say you felt trapped. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Shut up, Chad. So I was... you know, I wanted to get out, but it's like I couldn't bring myself out. And I was at the breaking point where I was like, I just wanted to die. I was 35 years old. At the 35th birthday, around that time, I was so depressed that I was ready to check out. You know, I had kids and everything, but I couldn't take it no more.
Wow.
And one thing about God is He knows when you get to your breaking point.
Yeah.
You know,
So never put more on you than you can bear.
than you can bear, right. Yeah. When I turned 35, it's like, that's my father came into my life. That's the first time I found him because I never knew him. And so him coming into my life, it changed some things. It gave me like a renewed sense of like I needed to know who he was. I needed to understand him, you know, to understand myself more. And so that excitement when I found him caused me to find out that I had another sister. I had a sister because I grew up with all brothers. Right. So then I found my sister, which I always wanted, you know. So that was another thing on top of that. Yeah. And talking with them and their accomplishments, and it picked my self-esteem up. You know, so it sort of gave me a reason to keep going on. It just introduced a whole nother chapter in my life.
We all got to find something that we can attach ourselves to, to use as a motivational tool.
Got you. It's like, yeah.
And if you don't have anything, then find you some motivational books, some motivational tapes. You know, get around some positive people. Right. If you got negative people in your life, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know, you just got to tell them to do what?
Right.
Kick rocks.
Right.
That's what you got to tell them to do.
It gave me another reason to live. You know, I was like, I got to do this. I said, I can't check out now. I can't give up now. I got to stand on this thing. And then I hit 40. When I hit 40, I was at another breaking point. And I told the Lord, I said, look, Lord, I said, if you don't get me out of this situation, I'm not going to make it. I need you to do something. I prayed that day. I was like, I can't take this no more. I was tired. You know, 6 months later, my situation changed. When that situation changed like that, it changed my entire life. You know, but it came through prayer. You know, and I had to do some things. At that point,
it sounded like you was reciting the Serenity Prayer, like you had some real other things going on.
And then at that point, I was overweight too, man. I was about 230 pounds. You know, I was about 230 pounds. Couldn't see my belt no more.
Dang,
you know?
You was 230.
Why are you looking at me like that, man? I mean,
because I'm just thinking, you know, you like 4'11", so 230 at 4'11".
I am not 4'11". So I was like 230, and I was like, you know what? Some things I may not be able to control in my life that's going around, but my weight is one thing that I can control. Right. I can do that. Yeah. And so I just started off.
You can just say no to Twinkies.
Right. And that's what I had to do. Dog. I had to do that. I started off by, I cut my diet. I cut out sugars, you know, my calories.
That's what's up.
Breads, pastas.
You was the Black Jared.
I cut out all this stuff. I cut out all this stuff. I started
$5 foot long.
I started doing 25 jumping jacks a night, you know.
You couldn't do much more than that. You was probably winded and sweating at that point.
Dude, I was dying, man. And I dropped about 50 pounds, man. I started lifting weights and stuff like that, you know. So those are things I had to do.
I'm glad I know you didn't
to build myself. I ain't had no neck.
I know you had no neck. You almost ain't got one now. Y'all should see E up in here, head and shoulders. But I'm glad you're alive, though. I'm glad that worked out.
And the thing about it, if I'd have took myself out, man, I wouldn't be sitting here right now to help somebody else. You know, if I'd have took myself out. So just you are important.
You are important.
Your life is important.
It's important.
Don't think for 1 second that it's
and you're
not.
smart.
That's right. You know, you could also write down some short-term and long-term goals for yourself.
That's important.
Very important.
It's very important to write your goals down. Don't just talk about it, because if you talk about it, you won't stay focused on it. If you write down your long-term goals, then write some short-term goals that you can hit in between those. You know what I'm saying? Then once you write those down, then start with each one of them, devise a plan in which you can attain each one of those goals.
Right, because visually looking at it does something for you.
It does something for you.
Not just having it in your head. You need to visually look at it and mark off whenever you complete that goal. You know what I'm saying?
Get out and do some new things. You know what I'm saying? Go get you some new friends or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But only people that's doing some progressive things. Right. Don't go become friends with some losers. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you got some friends right now and they're doing the same thing that they was doing 3 years ago. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of them folks. Yeah. For real.
I know dudes like that, man. I have some friends like that. When I go back to Cleveland sometime, you know, I was looking at some of my boys back there. They doing the same thing, hanging on the same corner. The building ain't even there no more.
Them guys that you became rough with.
There you go, man.
I'm just.
There you go.
I was just asking.
Like, why? I was in the game, Chad.
I know you was, man. I'm just saying.
I mean, but why you just make my game like we wasn't nothing?
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
It was fat boys in games. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know.
You're wrong, man. You know, write down your achievements. I don't care how small they are. Write them down. You know, I don't care if you settle in your mind that I'm going to lose weight. I don't care if you lose 1 pound a week, write it down. I lost 1 pound. If you go a day without eating sweets or fattening foods, write it down, because it is an achievement.
Yes, it is.
And you build off of each achievement. You build off of each one.
And it's okay to stroke yourself when you achieve something. You know, you don't have to wait on somebody else to tell you, good job.
Right. You got that right, yeah.
You can tell yourself that, oh man, yeah, you know what, I'm making some things happen right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm making some moves. Become a mover and a shaker.
Right.
You know, not a couch potato. Get up off your booty.
Right. Learn a new skill. You know, learn a new skill. Find something else to do that you can do. You know, and learn how to do it. You know,
in every area of your life. Learn a new skill. Quit thinking you got everything held down. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna go there because they're looking at me funny up in here right now, but you know what I'm talking about. I said in every area of your life you can learn a new skill at all times. That's right. I ain't saying nothing. Why y'all looking at me like that? That's all I said. You know, read a book and off you'll find an adventure in your mind.
Right. If you work on, computers, learn something else. Pick up an instrument or something. Do something to enhance your life. I'm gonna tell you one thing. My middle daughter, suffered with self-esteem real bad. She dealt with her height. She didn't like her height. She didn't like her body type, anything like that. So working with her for like 3 years with that. It was a long journey, She'll mind me telling because she'll give her testimony anytime.
That's what's up.
But the thing of the matter is, you know what she did that blew her self-esteem out of the water?
What she did?
Picked it up. She learned how to play the acoustic guitar.
Okay.
So now she's got a skill that a lot of people, everybody don't have that.
That's
so it's like I got something of my own. So now she done wrote like 15 songs because she sings as well. But that thing helped build her self-esteem.
That's what's up. Because you got to always do your best,
right?
So that you can be proud of what you do, because you know that you gave it your best shot,
right?
That's something that you can do at all times too to help build your self-esteem and things that nature. Whenever you help someone else, and asking nothing in return, know that you'll receive your reward 10 times over.
Watch out.
You don't always do things with the expectation. Right. It feels good to help people, or do something for somebody without expecting something.
Yeah. You're right about that. Yeah. Give sometimes. Don't just take, give.
Right.
You feel good when you give to somebody, help somebody else.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I had a situation recently, man, where I pulled in. I was trying to get some petrol for the vehicle, and I saw this, this African brother. He had an older model Lexus, and the tire was flat. And he had this old little wrench. He was trying to take the lugs off, and man, he was sweating. He was struggling. You know what I'm saying? But his wrench was a short wrench.
Right.
So I'm looking at it, I was like, this brother's struggling right here. And I knew I had a long wrench in my truck. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't had no, I said, this brother ain't got no torque on his wrench. So I knew he couldn't do it. So I went in, I came back out, and I was like, man, I said, I really don't have time to help this brother. But I stopped and dug in my vehicle and found the wrench and went over there and helped him out. Not knowing, not expecting anything. He was like, he kept saying, I appreciate it and everything. But before I left, he went in his vehicle. He said, hold on a second. He said, I want you to come down to my restaurant.
Wow.
So that you can have dinner on me. You know what I'm saying? Whenever, he said, I'm going to take care of you. Come down to my restaurant and have dinner on me or whatever, right? And it was a nice spot that was in D.C.
Wow.
And so I was like, oh, all right. I said, man, you don't have to do that. He's like, no. He said, you didn't have to do what you did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's what's up.
Boy, you about to make me cry. Ben, give me some tissue.
Again?
It's hot, man.
Again?
Listen, this is very important right here. Forget your past mistakes. Forget them. Stop dwelling in the past. The past will destroy you. The past will kill you.
Yes, it will.
If you keep bringing stuff up
Quit bringing it up.
Past. Stop talking about it.
You can't change the past.
You can't change the past.
You can learn from it, but you can't change it.
You can't change it. You got to forget about the past, and you got to focus on your success, your future success.
That's right.
The one thing about the past cripples you. The past, or not forgiving yourself. When you don't forgive yourself, it's like carbon monoxide. Sometimes you don't even see it. It's like a secret, hidden.
That's a serious
deadly,
analogy right there.
It is, but it's a deadly poison. It's a deadly killer.
It is, man.
Just for unforgiveness. When you don't
unforgiveness, period. Whether
right.
it's yourself or somebody else.
Right. It kills you.
And cut off your blessings.
Cut it off.
For yourself.
That's right. You got that right. Yeah.
Unforgiveness, if you harboring unforgiveness, it's not going to hurt anybody else. You're hurting yourself.
Right.
When it comes down to it. So, you got to think of only the best. To work only for the best and expect only the best. You deserve nothing less than that.
Wow.
You deserve nothing less than the best. I'm going to say that one more time. One more again. We're going to say it one more again. Think only of the best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To work only for the best because that's what you deserve.
Right. A guy named Wayne Dyer made this quote. He said, you cannot be lonely if you like the person you're alone with. Because I've been in a situation where I was with somebody, but yet still alone.
Yeah.
And I realized that I didn't like them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So that's key. If you talk about you lonely, you got somebody, then you need to get out of that situation, and be happy. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. Be happy.
Was my number one jam. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, you know what? We want to give you all a couple of inspirational quotes that you can maybe just say to yourself to help build your self-esteem as well. Don't be afraid to go out on a limb. Because guess what? That's where the fruit is.
You ain't going to get it if you don't go out there.
You ain't going to get it if you don't go out there. You got to go get it.
To go get it. The hardest challenge is to be yourself in a world where everyone is trying to make you be somebody else.
That's right.
Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. Be yourself.
That's right. And insist on yourself. Never imitate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I know now Ralph Waldo Emerson, said that once upon a time. Jesse Jackson had his version of it once upon a time. You gotta focus on what you're doing. Be yourself. Keep it real.
Right.
That's what we do here on Men Off the Cuff.
We do. We keep it real. We keep it live. We got some positive affirmations for you as well. You can say these things daily as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just repeat them out of your head. Okay. One of them is, I deserve to be happy and successful. Tell yourself that every day.
All the time.
Tell you. Right.
Speak it into your life.
That's right.
The power of the tongue.
Right.
I have the power to change myself.
Come on.
It's what you can say. It's what you can say to yourself. I have the power to change myself every morning.
You can say, I can forgive and understand others and their motives. Forgiveness. We just talked about it.
We just talked about it.
Right.
I can make my own choices and decisions.
Come on. Right.
So make a choice to improve your self-esteem.
That's right. I am free to choose to live as I wish and to give priority to my desires. Right.
That's serious right there.
Don't be trapped, in a box or trapped in the closet.
Trapped in the closet. Don't hurt them. Don't hurt them. I can choose my happiness whenever I wish, no matter what the circumstances.
Hot. That's powerful right there.
No matter what the circumstance. So even if the whole world is on your shoulders, coming down on you, can say, I'm going to be happy.
I'm going to be happy. You
can choose to be happy.
It's a choice.
No matter what.
Right. I am flexible and open to change in every aspect of my life. Whenever you're flexible and open for change, when change comes, it doesn't affect your mood because you're expecting it. You're flexible.
I like that affirmation,
so
ladies.
I can adjust.
Flexible and open to change in every aspect of your life. Ladies, be flexible and open to change in every aspect of your life. That just make you. Don't that make you happy? Hallelujah.
It make me want to go home right now.
It make you want to. Yes, yes indeed. You heard that, wifey.
You off the hook, boy.
I act with confidence, having a general plan, and accept that plans are open to alteration.
That's hot. That's that change thing again.
Absolutely.
It is enough to have done my best. Yes, when you've done your best, you've done your best.
You've done your best.
As long as you give it
right.
100, hey, that's where it is. If it's somebody come back and say, hey, you didn't do a good job, if you gave it your 100, walk away feeling like I gave it my best.
That's right. You don't hold your head down. If you know you can put forth 100%,
right.
You don't ever hold your head down.
Right. This one right here is important. This last one right here.
Yeah. You think
I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be loved. I don't care who you are. You deserve to be loved.
All right. Well, check it out, Big E. This was good and everything. I hope everybody that was listening got something out of tonight's show.
Right.
And hey, if you did, share it with us on the blog. We'd love to hear from you. Let's go ahead and talk about the new contest so we can choose tonight's winner. Take it away, Big E.
Check it out. We have a new contest in place that starts tonight. And this contest is hot, so listen up. First of all, you must be a follower of the show to qualify for this contest. That means you must register on the Spreaker website with the email address.
Y'all better
Type
register.
in Off the Cuff in the search box and click on follow.
Yeah.
Right? That will make you a follower of the show and make you eligible for all contests. The website address for Spreaker is www.spreaker.com. Another option you have to become a follower is to download the Spreaker app to your cell phone by searching for the Spreaker app in your Android market. Now, we will choose a winner each week for the next 9 months to qualify for the monthly drawing. And at the end of each month, all of the weekly winners will be put in a drawing to win $50 Visa gift card. I know you want that because I want it. If we call your name as a winner of the monthly drawing, you have a week from today. We will call. Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. If we call your name as a winner of the monthly drawing, you have a week from the day we call your name to respond and claim your prize. If we don't hear from you in a week's time frame, you forfeit your prize, but you still will be eligible for the grand prize.
Right.
I know you want to know what the grand prize is, so Lil Chad's going to come and tell you about the big surprise, right? Take it away, Chad.
I want y'all to ask me nicely. I don't hear nobody saying that.
They just asked you.
You heard them say something?
I heard them.
You ain't hearing nothing.
I heard them.
All right, well, now every 3 months, all of the Visa gift card winners will be put into a drawing to have the opportunity to be a guest host on the show with us. Yeah, that's right. Be a guest host on the show, Men Off the Cuff.
That's where
with
it
me,
is.
Eric, and Bobby, and we're going to have a good time. Yes, you do get to do a show with the Men of Off the Cuff. Okay? Just to let you know. That's where you'll be. Now, look. You know how we roll, and you know we keep it 100. So if you're choosing to be a guest host, be ready to keep it off the cuff. Because we ain't holding no cut cards when you come up in here.
Ain't cutting no cards.
Now, our first winner will be chosen for the first Sunday in November, so make sure that you get registered so you can be a part of what we do close up and personal. Now, past winners from our last contest that claimed their prizes anyway will be included in this drawing to be a guest host. In case you don't know who you are, let me remind you, that was D.D. Zimmerman, Yvonne Rogers, Ashley Reed, Mocha Black, and Danielle Lane. Those were some past winners, okay? You five will also be put into the drawing to be guest hosts on the Off the Cuff, yeah. Okay?
That's where it is.
Y'all
right
ready?
there.
So y'all better get on there, become a follower of the show. It's going to be hot.
Let's get this drawn, man. Here we go. Okay, here it is. I got it. This week's winner is Linda Nathaniel.
Linda Nathaniel.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Okay, Linda Nathaniel. Now, if this is you, Linda Nathaniel, go to our website, www.menoffthecuff.com. Click on the Contact Us ribbon. Give us your name, include your address, and put your the contest subject line in, and then just go ahead and click send right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And then we're going to get back at you, make sure you know that you get everything going on.
All right, make sure you hit us up, Linda.
Yeah. So until next week.
All right. Meet us back here at the same time, same place.
Where we keeps it real.
God loves you.
And we out all day.
We'll catch you with you later, Bobby.
Off the cuff.
Yeah, Bobby.
Off the cuff.
Been here, Bobby. Don't call in and then try to talk to me.
It's off the cuff. 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 Yeah. It's off the cuff. It's off the cuff. It's off the cuff. It's off the cuff. Yeah.
This is God ordained. Get in position, cause we on a mission, fulfilling this vision, releasing contention in this God we praise. The one who keeps us from falling, receiving this faultless. Ooh, that man is awesome. You see, it's every day we celebrate. Right now it's time for us to elevate. So get your hands up, cause Hosanna's great. And see, they call it off the cuff because we tailor-made.
Off the cuff.